The dinner where the truth walked in. It was supposed to be an ordinary Friday night. After weeks of silence and distance, my wife, Natalie, suggested we go out for dinner, to talk. Her tone was steady, rehearsed almost. Still, I let myself hope. Hope that maybe, beneath all the coldness, there was something left worth saving. I shaved, changed into a clean shirt, and made a reservation at her favorite Italian place. For 10 years, that restaurant had been ours. Birthdays, anniversaries, random midweek escapes. I told myself maybe tonight could be the beginning of finding our way back. But the moment she sat across from me, her eyes elsewhere and her hand resting idly on her phone, I knew. This wasn't reconciliation. This was farewell. The waiter hadn't even finished pouring the wine when she said it. Calm, precise, almost emotionless. "Mark, I'm leaving you." No tremor in her voice, no hesitation. Just the final strike. My throat tightened, but I didn't speak. I just watched her, trying to find the woman I once knew somewhere behind that carefully composed mask. Then came the second blow. I've met someone else. He makes me feel alive again. Alive. That word hung between us like poison. It wasn't a confession. It was a declaration. I set my fork down, leaned back, and asked quietly, "So what is this dinner, then?" "A performance review." Her lips curved in a faint, polite smile. "Closure. I don't want things to end badly. Let's be civil." Civil. After a decade together, she ended our marriage like she was closing a business deal. I studied her. New haircut, unfamiliar perfume, the constant glow of her phone lighting up beside her glass. I already knew the name I was about to ask for. "Who is he?" She flinched. "It doesn't matter." A small, humorless smile tugged at my lips. "You'll want to hang on to that honesty you love so much for about 2 more minutes." Her brows knitted. "What do you mean?" I didn't answer. My gaze drifted toward the restaurant entrance. A tall man in a gray suit had just walked in. Ethan. Her project partner. The one from the photo I'd seen pop up on her screen weeks ago. But Ethan wasn't alone. He was holding the coat of a woman, his wife, Melissa. Natalie turned. The moment her eyes met theirs, all color drained from her face. Ethan froze mid-step, guilt carved into every line of his expression. The 4 of us locked eyes, and for a long, excruciating second, the air itself stopped moving. I leaned forward slightly. "You didn't think I invited them, did you?" Her voice shook. "You what?" I took a slow sip of wine. "When you started acting strange, I looked into it. Turns out Melissa had her suspicions too. We decided to have dinner together." Melissa's face was pale but fierce as she turned toward her husband. "So it's true," she whispered. Ethan's jaw clenched. "Melissa not here." "You said it was over," she shot back. "You said she meant nothing." The restaurant had gone completely silent, just the hum of the lights and the pounding of my heart. Natalie's hand trembled as she reached for her napkin, trying to maintain her poise. But panic had already taken over. "Mark," she stammered, "I didn't know she'd be here. This wasn't supposed to happen." I met her eyes. "You mean getting caught wasn't supposed to happen?" Ethan tried to reach for Melissa's arm, but she pulled back. Tears glistened under the dim lights. "You can have him," she said coldly. "He's yours now. Good luck. He's been lying to me for years." I rose slowly, laid my napkin beside my plate, and left a few bills on the table. Natalie reached out, her voice cracking. "Mark, wait, please." I paused at the edge of the table and looked at her one last time. "You ended this marriage the day you decided I wasn't enough," I said quietly. All I did was let the truth walk in and take a seat. Then I left her there, amid the wreckage she'd built with her own hands. That night, Melissa called. Her voice trembled but held steady. "Thank you," she said. I needed to see it for myself. We talked for hours, not as 2 broken people seeking comfort, but as 2 souls trying to understand the same kind of hurt. No anger, no romance, just the quiet recognition of shared pain. Weeks turned to months. I sold the house, took a new job, started rebuilding. Piece by piece. I heard Ethan's marriage didn't survive. His career didn't either. Melissa filed a formal complaint, and the fallout was swift. Natalie moved into a small apartment downtown. Freedom, she'd once called it. But freedom tastes different when it's flavored with regret. Sometimes, late at night, I still remember that dinner. The exact second she froze when the door opened and her lies walked in behind her. She thought she was walking away for love. But all she really did was walk straight into the consequences she'd earned.